Let's do this. So today I'm going to be talking about how to use AMS to explode your book sales. Now, just a quick update, Amazon decided to change their name. So it's not AMS anymore. It's not Amazon Marketing Services. It's just now Amazon Advertising, which creates a big headache for me now because I got to go update everything.
Opportunity right there.
Yeah, so I thought I would inform you guys. So honestly, there's a lot to cover, so I don't have a crazy introduction. But just briefly, I started publishing back in 2017 in April. And my income really took off once I took Emeka's course in October. And then my discovery with what I learned with AMS, studying it, testing it, trying various strategies, I was able to skyrocket that within a month. So we'll go over everything. So why is AMS important? So first thing, it's going to put you in front of a lot more customers, like a ton. Okay, it's going to boost your sales dramatically if you do it right. It's going to, because of the boost in sales, you're going to get increased organic ranking, right? That's just how Amazon's algorithms work. So by increasing sales through AMS, your book's organically going to rank better on the first page of whichever keywords you're targeting, which then leads to more sales. So it's a beautiful feedback loop. And then one of the best parts is that generally, when you publish a book, you got very specific keywords in mind, usually 1 or 2. Sometimes you can rank for 3. AMS puts you in front of hundreds, okay, on the first page. Again, if you do it right. So February, so I took Emeka's course in 2017 of October, I think it was. I didn't hit my first 1K month till January. February was about the same. But I was also, I've been testing with AMS since last May. Now, it took me a while to build what I'm about to teach you here. A lot of money was spent. But so in February, what I did was I implemented the strategy that I'm going to show you here on every single book that I had at the time, which was, I think it was about 11 or 12 books. And so this was my income for February. And then in March, I tripled in Kindles. My create space, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but double USD, my royalty for pounds was like 10x. I 10x'd it. Royalty for euros was almost 20x, and then ACX, I quadrupled. So just on AMS, right? The potential is insane. So here's a research ad, and this is what you should be starting off with. You're doing research. You have no idea what the market's like. You have no idea how well your book's going to sell, for which keywords. So this is just an example of a research ad that you might have. You see, like if you follow my strategy, that the ACoS, which is the advertising cost of sale, is very low. This is what you want to aim for. You want to drive sales and reduce spend while you're researching. You don't want to overspend. So that's the goal. Then you have your high-performing ad. This is like your bread and butter. It's bringing in money. It's doing really well. And you can see here, right, first result, I spent 35 pounds. I sold almost 400. And this is a keyword, right? There's a whole ad. There's a whole list of keywords. This is just from one keyword that I found. Here again, 27 pounds, 360, 10 pounds, 130. So this is a higher performing ad, and this is the end result. This is what you want to achieve. You want to figure out which keywords work best for your book. So when should you use AMS? And my answer to this is as soon as possible. If you're not already using it, actually, just to show of hands, who is using Amazon advertising? Okay, yeah, almost everybody. Okay, nice, perfect. So, okay, I kind of went. Okay, going back. Oh, it does work. Okay, so again, as soon as possible, you got a book. Published it day 1, AMS, or Amazon advertising, that's what it is now. If you got a pre-order book, throw it up on AMS. Don't wait, just do it. I firmly believe that if you're not doing it, you're actually leaving money on the table, literally. So here's a cool benefit of advertising on Amazon. Now, have you guys ever noticed that when you click on a product on Amazon, if you go to a different site, all of a sudden you see that product everywhere, or maybe you might get emails, right, with products and relevant products to it. What AMS, or AA now, does for your books is it boosts this effect, because effectively you're just getting in front of more people. So every time someone clicks, it tells Amazon there's interest, and guess what Amazon's going to do? They're going to spend their own money to advertise your books outside of their site, and this costs you nothing. So that's another huge benefit of getting on this platform. So how do you get started? So step number 1 is to collect keywords. Okay, this is the first step. Then you're going to create a sponsored product ad. This is like your cookie cutter ad. This is where you start off, and this is where you kind of gauge your market and get information to really start getting great results. So next one is you're going to submit, and you're going to wait to go live. Usually you go live within 24 hours of submitting your ad. Number 4 is monitor and track. This is very, very important, because if you're not doing this, you're not going to know overall how your ad is performing. Now, this is more of a case for the US, because the UK and even in Canada, their interface is updated. They show you all the statistics, daily statistics. So in the US, they're not doing this, so I highly recommend that you still do this. And then the last step is just to optimize and make sales. That's it. This is all that it takes to start crushing it with advertising on Amazon. So here are some rules to live by. As soon as your ad goes live, you want to wait at least a full week before you decide to change anything. Pause keywords, increase bids. Don't do anything. Wait for a full week so Amazon's algorithm can determine the relevancy of your book against the keywords that you use. Next is you want to aim for at least 2,000 impressions daily from your ad, okay? You want to aim for at least 1 click per 1,000 impressions daily. And then, I mean, it can average overall, but that's what you want to aim for. And then you want to aim for, so the ACoS, advertising cost of sale, you want to be 40% or under for that profit area. 50% is kind of like the break even, just because Kindle is 70%, and then paperback, depending on your price and how you strategize with that, it can be 40. So you got to kind of meet in the middle. So 50%, I like to look at it as a break even. If I'm at 50, I'm just even. I'm not making any money, but I'm also not losing. At least I'm getting good exposure. But with my ads, I always aim for 40% or less. Budget at least $5 a day. Always track your ads, always. However you decide to do it, I teach a specific method, but it's important, again, for performance and optimization. And then last thing is it's not a set it and forget it platform. You have to check up on it. Again, you have to track and monitor. You can't just put it up and then disappear, because most likely it's not going to really work too well for you, unless you get lucky, right? So here are some exceptions. So for the first week, let's say you have a keyword that's just eating up your budget and you're not getting any sales. I highly recommend you put that to an end as soon as possible. Keep in mind that there is a 3-day delay, so check your dashboard first and see if sales have gone up for that particular book before you make this decision. Because if it has, then it might be because of that keyword. It just hasn't been updated yet on Amazon's platform. If your ad is performing well in terms of sales, but you're not getting the 2,000 impressions, you're not getting the 1 click per every 1,000 impressions, that's cool. Just let it run, because you're still getting sales from it. There's no point in stopping an ad that's working. So here's another exception to the ACoS rule, and that is that if you're getting over 50%, which is the break even, you want to determine if you're getting sales somewhere else. So advertising, so Amazon advertising does not track audiobook sales, and it does not track page reads. And this is important because that ad could actually be driving audiobook sales without you knowing. So if you were to go pause that ad and then all of a sudden your audiobook sales just die, you're not going to know. So it's important that you're tracking. Here's another reason. And it's important that you watch these things so that you're not pausing an ad that's statistically working. It's just not showing that on AMS, okay? And this is the fiction. So for Kindle Unlimited page reads, this is more common in fiction just because it's so much more popular. But still, you get these in nonfiction. So if you're making a lot of money with page reads, again, check, right? Don't just stop an ad and assume it's not profitable just because the ACoS is so high. All right, so keywords are the key to success, at least the cookie cutter way. The ad that you're going to want to focus on, that you're going to want to drive your budget towards, keywords are key. So here are some keyword rules that you should follow. So you want at least a minimum of 200 keywords. Always. Do not go for less than 200. Ideally, at least like go for 5 if you can, with the aim of reaching 1,000. So you want to maximize how many keywords you can have in a single ad. Never assume a keyword. So don't assume whether it's going to work or not. Let the market tell you. Let Amazon tell you. Because you don't pay for impressions. You only pay when someone clicks. And if someone clicks that ad, there's some kind of interest. People aren't just going to randomly click a book that they don't have interest in, right? So I found this to be a very important rule because some of my keywords are keywords that I would have never thought relevant if I was to just assume its relevancy. So I let the market tell me. I just test, okay? Always use unique keywords, always. It's pointless using same keywords for the same book. And then always use the 3 keyword types that I'm about to show you now. So the 3 keyword types. The first one is customer search terms / keywords. So this is essentially what the customer is typing in the search bar to find whatever they're looking for, okay? The next is book titles. A lot of people are searching with book titles. Not only that, but you can appear for your competition in their details page, in their sponsored products section, if you guys have noticed that. And the last one is author names, similar to book titles. People are searching for that. When someone goes and looks for a specific author, they can catch your book, and maybe that might drive more interest. That could lead to a sale. So we don't know, so we test. So these are the 3 keyword types that I recommend you have on all your ads. So where do you find keywords? Amazon's the best spot just because that's where all the data is. That's where your customers are going to buy. They're not on Google trying to find a book. They're on Amazon. So Amazon's the best spot, but I like to supplement with Google. Specifically Google Keyword Planner. It just helps me, it just gives me more ideas, right, of different keywords, things that are related according to Google and what people are searching on Google. So it's a good supplemental tool to use when you're doing research. Now, this is the ultimate AMS tool right here. KDP Rocket. How many of you guys are using this? Nice. Okay, so about just slightly under half. Okay, so if you don't have this and you're serious about AMS, you're just gonna spend a ton of time on a single ad. With this tool, I can probably get 1,000 keyword ad up in less than 5 minutes, whereas if I was to do research myself, it'd probably take me a couple of hours at least. So this is an excellent tool. Keyword bidding recommendations. Now, prior when I showed you the research ad, a sample research ad, the reason why I spend so little to get my results is because that's how I start. I start small. I don't jump really high from the get-go because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the lowest priced keywords that can drive sales to my book, and then I'll focus on the higher priced later, right, when I have that down packed. So start low. Start 10 to 15 cents. You can go up to 20 cents, but I don't recommend over 20 cents per click. At that point, you're kind of at the higher range. When you're increasing bids because you find a keyword that's working really well for your book, you want to increase the bid slowly. You don't want to overjump. For example, let's say you start at 20 cents, right, for a keyword. It's driving you sales. You're like, amazing. I'm gonna jump it to 50 cents, okay? But what if you can get the same result for only 30 cents? So why pay extra? Why bid extra with a chance of paying more when you can pay less and get the same result? You're just getting more profit. You get what I mean? So what I like to do is I like to increase a few cents at a time with no more than 5 cents at a time. So if today I increase it by 5 cents, wait a couple of days, see how it does. If it's performing better than it was with the original bid, I'm going to go and increase it again by another 5. And then last thing that I want to point out for this is a higher bid does not necessarily guarantee that you're going to be on the first page, top position, just because Amazon also applies relevancy as a factor alongside bid. So if another book is determined more relevant than yours, they can charge less and still get at the top. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, if your book is considered to be relevant, like if my keyword that I'm targeting is Fortnite Guide, and the title of my keyword of my book is Fortnite Guide, does that guarantee me impressions?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I mean, here's the thing. If you're not selling, if your book is not selling, Amazon determines relevancy through sales. Okay? That's it. That's their relevancy factor. How often is this keyword leading to a sale? How often are these search terms leading to a sale? That's how it determines. So if you're selling really well, then yes, absolutely. All right, so the importance of tracking. Determine daily metrics and performance. Again, you're not going to know how well your ad's performing every single day if you're not doing this, and then you're not going to know like the performance overall, okay? Other sales beyond paperback and Kindle. You have no idea, Amazon doesn't tell us if the ad led to audiobook, page reads. So again, if you're not tracking, you're not going to know this information. How your changes impact your ad. So again, you make those adjustments. How does that affect for the next few days? How is that affecting your ad's performance? How are the impressions? How's the click-throughs? How are the sales, right? These are things that you can only determine if you're watching it. And then determine if an ad is dying and it's time to cycle. So cycle essentially means kill it, start a new one. You're never going to know this if you're tracking. You can assume that your ad is running just because the numbers look beautiful, but if you're not paying attention, nothing's happening. It's just Amazon. This is, again, for the US-based platform, which everybody, I'm sure, is focusing on. Amazon doesn't tell us anything. It's just an overall. Your ad could be running for a whole year, and you're just going to see the entire yearly statistic for that ad. And that's all you see. So you don't know if that ad's still actually driving any traffic and generating any sales. Here's a tracking sheet example that I teach and I show to the students of my course. So you can kind of gauge what we're doing. You don't need all this information. It just depends on what you're trying to do. But as you can see, I can easily monitor how my impressions are each day, click-throughs, how much I'm spending every single day, and then sales, because they're delayed, I track them separately, so I can determine that day exactly how many sales I got. Scaling your AMS ads. How do you scale your AMS ads? This is a very important question because it's actually quite different than maybe some people might assume. It's definitely not done by increasing your budget or your keyword bids. That is not how you scale, and if you think that's how, like if that's what you're trying to do, you're not going to have very much success.
That's why I spend so much on stuff.
There you go. This is how you scale. You find more keywords, okay? You want to blow up? Find more keywords. There's always new trends, new people searching things, and so you got to keep that in mind. You got to go with the changes. You got to do the research. You got to find more keywords to scale. 2 ways to create highly profitable ads. So these are 2 methods that you can use. First method is creating high-performance keyword ads. I'll go over this. And the second method is creating highly targeted search term ads. So creating high-performance ads. You got to collect enough high-performing keywords, and you do this through time, through your research ads. That's what a research ad is designed for, to figure out which keywords work best for your particular book. Once you got that data, you can plug that into a new dedicated ad just for those keywords, and you just run it against those, okay? And then what you do is you just create new research ads. That's how you find more keywords. The next one is highly targeted search term ads. And what these are, well, first of all, this is only allowed at the moment, or sorry, available in I guess, Canada as well. So in the UK and in Canada, it's only available there, and that's just because of the reporting system. The US hasn't caught up yet. So until we have that reporting system available, we can't use this against, like in the US market. So what you want to do is you want to collect enough customer search term data. And you do this through the reports. So the reports, what that does is when you're running a research ad, you have your keywords that you bid for. And then in that report, it's actually going to show you exactly what the customer typed in that resulted in a sale or that resulted for your ad to show up for that particular keyword. So what we do is we collect those customer searches, okay, and we plug them in to its own ad, and we use the exact match type. And what that does and ensures is that for that particular ad, we're only going to ever get shown when someone types that keyword or that search term. This also allows us to spend more because we've proven that our books sell when people are using these search terms because these are exact search terms that we've collected from sales, okay? So this is how you create highly targeted search term ads. Use both ads where you can. Again, it's not available in the US just because of the reporting, but I'm sure it's going to be updated soon with all the changes that Amazon's doing. But you definitely want to use both of these. And that's it. That's how you explode your sales using Amazon.